Welcome back. This is gonna be like our last episode of the season.
Are you guys excited? Season 2 coming soon.
Two. I'm a DJ.
Oh, you gotta say it several times so that you know the men get it. I'm just kidding.
Yes, season 2 followers.
2. If any men are watching, number 2
We love you too.
is what comes after 1.
No, porque el 2
after
queda. ¿Cómo queda la América?
Damn shots.
En primer lugar,
Mira.
no digas eso. En segundo lugar, quedó la América.
En segundo lugar quedó la América.
Amigas, no peleen.
Hold me back. Hold my purse.
Hey, do the stance.
Oh, no.
Oh,
wait.
yeah. Put him up. Put him up.
Thumbs up.
Put him up.
Girl, that's not even close.
I'm like, put him up, Anna. Shing, 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 shing.
No, you're
She's
not.
doing like a chopper situation.
She has a weapon.
I have weapons.
Those are weapons.
If you were going to the airport, they probably don't let you in. They're like, those
So
are
both her
weapons.
nails and her earrings turn whatever color she dyed her hair.
Oh, yes. Not these ones. The other ones. They have like little they were
pearls.
supposed to be white pearls. And then when I went like magenta, they were pink. And then I went purple and now they're violet.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has violet hair, guys. Whoever's not watching the video and just listening.
Oh, yes. Spotify.
So are you guys surviving the summer with all the kids at home?
Oh my God.
Well,
Well, this is the first week for us. You guys are ready?
We've been a full week.
full week. Yeah. Since actually this would be the first week because they got off on Wednesday.
Oh, mine's been off since the previous week.
Yeah.
You know who's celebrating right now?
Ooh.
The teachers.
They're probably
Right. They're having a
Except
party.
the ones that are in summer school.
Oh,
But all the
yes.
other teachers.
Why would they choose to go to summer school?
I don't know.
Unless my
if they
kids are
don't-
failing, they're not going to summer school.
They
No, I
don't
mean the
teach, they don't
teachers.
get
Why do the
paid.
teachers even decide to do it? Like,
Money.
That's
why
what it is.
but
That's
they
what
need
it
their
is.
sanity.
I know. I can.
Kids
I
are
can barely take
vicious.
Yes, I need a break.
Girl, we never get a break. How come they get a break?
Like that meme that was like, oh guys, well, last day of work. You guys ready for the summer? And they're like, you have to come in tomorrow. But it's summer. And they're like, no. that's
We
how it
work
works.
all
We
year.
work all year.
You're not a teacher.
There's no vacation time. And she's just like, oh, I was so looking forward to summer. And I'm like, girl.
I really wish I could just take summer off, but
I know.
bills gotta get paid.
You know what? I'm okay. I'd rather go to work. My kids are at home for summer. I'll go to work. I'm
That is
good.
my break.
Oh, well, I'm at home working, and then the kids are home.
I know.
And they eat. They don't get fed this often at school. So why are they hungry every 15 minutes?
Because it's available.
And they need a snack.
It's available. That's why.
And they want to go places. I'm like,
I know, like, you don't have a job. Like, what are you doing just sitting there on the computer, Mom?
Get-
Like,
I'm
take us to the
bored.
park.
I'm bored.
Hi,
Oh.
bored. I'm your mom. I gotta work.
Back in the
Sit your
day when
booty
we
down
used to
over
tell
there.
your parents you were bored, oh, ponte a limpiar.
I know. I would never say I was bored. They would find something for me to do.
I would hate when my parents would say that, and now I'm like, find myself.
Saying that?
Yes. Oh, you're bored? Wow, that's crazy because, like, your chores aren't done.
I think you'd be less bored while you're
If
doing
you
your
did
chores.
It's so annoying. No, but they seriously, like, require, like, so much food.
My
It's
children know
crazy.
because I have my office in my living room, literally, like right by the kitchen. If it's not my lunchtime, I don't want to see them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I
I'm
don't want to
saying.
see them.
I went into my
Because-
son's room because he's the only one that, like,
Stays in there.
no, that's in the downstairs floor.
Oh, okay.
And I left my room because the girls were in there and they were snoring. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs. So I go downstairs, and Ricky's the only one that's downstairs. So I go in and I'm like, hey, I have a meeting in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come out. Don't make noise. 20 minutes. He's like,
It's like
okay,
you told to have an
okay, mom.
orchestra.
Ugh. So I'm like in my meeting, and I see him come out from the corner of my eye. And then he like walks across it, like you could see him in the camera, like in the blurry,
Oh.
like in the I had the blurred,
Oh,
but you can still see someone's
you can see
walking.
someone walking.
And then he's like tapping. He goes across from me and he's like tapping,
Oh.
and I'm like, like this, like off screen,
like wagging the
move.
finger.
I'm wagging my finger, guys.
Like,
And now I'm presenting, so it's not like, what was that?
I don't know. I think they're
Brujeria.
It's the water. He's watering.
I'm presenting and
He's
he's like just walking in my camera and stuff, and then I get done and I'm like, what are you doing? I literally went in your room and told you not to interrupt me.
You just announced.
Dad said to clean right now, and I'm like, listen, if your dad's telling you to do something, but I'm telling you I'm in a meeting, you can't wait until after.
How's the hierarchy in that household?
The hierarchy is whatever I say.
Exactly. So why would he listen to a text message?
That's
The
what I'm
one time he listens to a text
I was
message.
gonna say any other day he would have been like, I'll do this at night.
He could have
I relate.
texted his dad. Well, Mom says she's in a meeting. I'm not supposed to be out there. Why didn't he do that?
And when he got home, I told Richard about it. And he's like, bro, why would you not wait until the meeting? It was like the last 5 minutes. I was like, you couldn't wait. It couldn't wait. I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
They know not to talk to me when I'm in a meeting.
And sometimes you think that they're gonna know that because, and then they don't. But then when you give them instructions and you repeat it like oh my God, you already said it 3 times.
Well, when I went in the room, he was like, yes, I get it.
He didn't get it.
So then what? So this is why we repeat it numerous
You
times.
did not get it.
Totally did not get it. Totally.
For our male audience, he didn't get it.
They're gonna think we hate men.
Hey,
Oh, no, we're just kidding. We do that because we love you.
They probably didn't get it either. Don't worry. You don't need to apologize.
I told my husband, I was like, if I don't make fun of you, that means I don't like you.
Yes.
Ni te dijo
Do you find that that's how you flirt? Because I find
I
like
do.
I'm extremely mean when I'm flirting.
Yes. They don't find it flirty. They think you're
No.
just mean. I do
I'm
with
like,
my children.
I make
I
fun
do it
of
to my
things
children
they say.
too. It's like, if I love you, I will make fun of you and I will joke around with you. If I don't like you at all, I'm just gonna be serious.
Exactly.
And like,
We're
you're
not
not gonna
joking.
get any personality. You're just gonna
You will get zero
straight
feedback.
to business, or you'll get my customer service voice.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Catch me while I care, because if not, customer service.
Customer service. Thank you greatly.
Thank you for coming. Bye. No, yeah, I'm like extremely.
When do
mean.
they go back to school?
They just they just started.
They just started. So
Trying to convince one of them to go to summer school. It'd be fun. No, Mom, no. It's gonna be fun. You need to bring up 2 grades. Might as well do it.
But then if they go to summer school, I have to wake up. I have to drive them.
I have to go to work anyway, so
Oh well,
I don't
yeah,
mind.
you do.
It works for
not
you.
me.
I'm
like,
already getting up. Everybody's getting up. If I'm getting up, you're getting up.
we're all
I have to
gonna
put
be
a bra on and go outside. Ugh. But
the
That's
thing
too much
is,
is there mosquitoes in here?
No, I'm pretty sure I got bit. Like
No, I'm itchy.
I'm not.
Maybe it's because I was scratching. Sorry,
Brujeria.
guys.
I think it was
I
that noise.
feel.
No, I did see some. Maybe there were some mosquitoes. I don't know.
I'm A positive, so they love my blood.
Bug
A
blood,
plus.
A
Positive. No, they just love positive blood. Like O positive, A positive.
I don't even know what kind of blood I have.
One nurse
everybody
told. Yeah, I know. A nurse told me you have the best grade.
The one. Oh.
The best grade blood, and I was like, "What is that? A plus?
You have
A positive?
too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
See, maybe you too.
you do too. So we can all, you know.
I do always get A pluses. Just kidding.
So that's how I know.
I don't know. I guess I haven't been in a situation where I need to know my blood.
I used to donate blood back in high
Oh.
school for extra credit.
I don't donate because they can't even get
Now we know.
Volunteer
out.
hours. You know, for Key Club, we used to volunteer, and then we'd go
Get my
donate
blood.
blood.
Take my blood.
That's how you ranked higher in high school. I never gave blood.
I gave blood, guys. Also, for work, volunteering events, like donating blood is considered volunteer. So we would, do
I
that.
wonder if you donated your. So now you guys are relatives. They related to the people that got your blood.
Because they got their. I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that's how it works.
They don't have your DNA now.
Listen, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that's how it works either.
Oh,
I struggle to get.
I was just asking a
blood
question that a
drawn,
man
so-
would ask.
Oh.
I'm not a man,
I already
so I
knew
wouldn't
that.
know. I wouldn't know
Wait,
that.
what was the answer again? I'm asking for the men, not for myself.
I'm asking for a friend. Every time somebody wants, I'm asking for a friend. Sure you are.
Sure. Okay, we went camping, guys.
Fun.
As a group. Our Mamás Fuera Lugar group, but our bigger group.
We went glamping.
We went glamping. So Richard tells me, hey, I'm thinking of taking the mini fridge. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking he's going to take our little winery fridge for like the drinks and stuff because we're drinkers. And then, well, we're not drinkers, but we drink.
We drink socially.
We drink
socially.
water.
We drink lemonade.
Socially. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So then he rolls up with the RRV.
Yes. And he
loaded our like, not the mini fridge.
It's like basically the fridge you would take to college. Like
yes,
in the dorms.
like a medium-sized fridge.
Like this big.
A full griddle.
Good 5-foot fridge, right? That was a 5-foot fridge.
But one of the parents took an ice maker.
Yes! How cool were we?
What we were doing, we're shutting everybody's electricity with all the power we were getting.
No. That ice
Nobody had AC.
was actually low. Yeah.
Nobody had AC thanks to us.
It wasn't even hot.
It wasn't that hot.
At least we didn't. I mean, we could have taken a flat screen TV, but instead, what did we take?
A projector.
Yay!
It was to the point because our supervisor and camping director Anna.
Thank you.
Anna.
Thank you.
So we set up a whole kitchen area.
Yes.
To the point where like people were driving by and like
slowly
recording.
They're like, dang, they knew how to set it up.
I'm sure they were saying, "Is that a refrigerator? Zoom in on that."
Is that an ice machine between the trees?
They have a whole parrilla in there too. What?
It's happened to us before though.
We have
people approach us and they're
menudo.
like, "Are you guys selling tacos?" We're like,
No, this is for our campsite.
"This is just for us."
I think it was so much fun.
It was. It was a lot of
Thank
fun.
God nobody was injured. Well, one of the boys accidentally hit himself.
There was
right?
0 days without a ouchie.
He got a chipote.
Emmy had like a whole arm scraped off. I don't know. He fell somewhere. And I
They
was
were
like,
exploring. They were exploring.
They were. They went fishing.
It was so nice though because everybody was real sleepy and we were just sitting and eating.
It felt really nice
I
to
ate
just
so
eat,
much.
sleep.
I ate so much. Why? And then we had so much food left over too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I had like 2-3 packets of sausages for like hot dogs, and I'm like, who bought these?
I went
But
in the fridge, which we've now said was a full size fridge.
Yes.
It was like a mini extra large.
I mean, it was as tall as me. There was like 3 packets of sausages in there.
I took home 2 apparently. I didn't realize until
took
I
home a
opened
bunch of
up
stuff.
my coolers, and I was like, ooh, there is a packet of sausages in here with the sodas and waters.
I don't know how we ended up with extra food though. So the way we do our camping is that we assign like a meal per family so that everybody gets a break.
Best idea ever.
And there's food going all the time.
Yes.
We might have like assigned too many meals though because it was a lot of
No,
food.
it was a 3-course
3-course
meal, guys.
plus snacks.
The lemonade.
breakfast,
Who
lunch,
made the
and
lemonade?
dinner.
It
That
was
lemonade was bomb.
Girl, that
and then we spiked
guayaba,
it. Well, I spiked it.
guayaba lemonade was bomb.
yeah.
Bomb. So, yeah. So
Everything was so good.
yeah, it was
But we did keep putting out the electricity.
The s'mores idea, that was a good idea. Put everything in the bag.
Yes.
Okay, no, I have a story to tell about Anna.
Oh.
So here I am, as a good Samaritan, putting prepackaged s'mores together. So a bunch of Ziploc bags with their little chocolate and their marshmallow and their graham cracker. Oh, I can't say that word. Graham cracker.
Graham cracker.
Cookie in it. Prepackaged so that the kids are all get them at the same time. Because last time it was a hot mess when everybody got them at different
What
times.
happened last time? We literally gave everyone sticks, and then we went around giving crackers.
The
and
marshmallows were out before the chocolate and grams were.
Oh, I didn't get a chocolate. Oh, I didn't get a marshmallow.
It was a
Oh, everybody-
It was.
So I bought full-size Hershey bars for like, so it could be like 2, and I wasn't unwrapping them. I just put them straight into the bag, like with a little wrapper. And Anna comes out of the woodwork, out of nowhere. You're doing it wrong. Unacceptable. This is wrong.
Fuera de lugar.
Stop at this moment right there. Drop everything. Don't
Drop
touch
what you're
anyone.
doing.
And we're
Back
like-
away from the Hershey's.
Oh my god. What's going on? What happened? What did we do wrong, Anna?
And I was like,
What
I
happened?
did a good job.
I'm sorry, that was wrong.
It was wrong.
But then it turned out to be right.
yeah. Because when we were... Because you wanted us to unwrap the Hershey's, right?
Which I
And-
did do for the little ones. But I
So
was
it's
like
like a
they're
group
all,
of-
everybody else has the ability to... Yeah, there was only like 4 of them that needed help.
By the way, Shout out to Mia because she did the best s'mores.
Oh my God.
She is so meticulous
She's
about her
about
s'mores.
the marshmallow. Like she
Really?
roasted it
I just
enough
burned the crap
on
out of
both
mine.
No,
sides.
she doesn't.
No.
No, she will like check on it and then do it again and then check. She's so meticulous.
People, everybody was
loved
asking
it.
her to do their marshmallow.
Yes.
Yeah.
To do their s'mores.
Because they were so
They're-
good because they were perfect. They were like literally like
Like the marshmallow
Amazing.
was on point, and then she just gives them. They make their cookie, but the
I fell
marshmallow.
asleep. I missed the whole.
Some
s'more
people
section.
put them all the way in the fire, and they come out with flames. Like
That
that's
I
would
do
burn.
that.
That would
I
be-
love
burn.
burnt like the burnt marshmallows. My
You guys missed the
favorite.
part where Violet's dad and Violet brought some color
the flames
to color the flames.
Oh,
So it was
Game of
rainbow.
Thrones stuff.
awesome. Yeah.
It was rainbow flame.
Have you watched Game of Thrones yet?
No, I'm gonna watch it.
Guys, can we encourage Anna
Lies.
to watch?
I'm gonna watch it now
Lies.
that my kids are on vacation.
This is the time to watch it. But what I'm saying is that I was working really hard and I didn't think I deserved the criticism that I got.
It was constructive criticism.
No, it wasn't.
It was a pointing finger. No.
It was-
She didn't even come like, oh, hey, I have like a suggestion. She was just like,
You don't do
no,
it.
drop it.
No, it's because I was sitting over there far away from you. I said, and then
you-
I
she was
glanced.
watching us from
I
far
looked
away.
and I was like, oh, they're doing it. They're putting the chocolate. Oh hell no! I got up. Hey, stop right now! Just stop it!
And we were just like, what do we do?
We were in trouble.
Yeah.
The camping supervisor
Imagine
called
this.
us out.
Just two little poor defenseless moms.
Do you know that being the camp
Innocent.
supervisor, it's tough.
It must be. Because you were all like eyes everywhere, back of your head.
No, because when people came in, okay, you park over there. No, we're gonna leave that spot for this person.
Okay,
this
so
person here.
before we got there, our husbands were on the phone, like, planning out how to park. And I looked at Richard and I was like,
You know Anna's going to be there.
can you please stop? When we get there, Anna will tell us where to go. That's why she got there early. We already have a plan. She's going to tell us where to
Some
go.
people were hating on us because we had the concrete slab.
Yeah.
Because we're awesome.
How did you guys get that? I don't know.
Exactly. Our
I don't know, we
supervisor
just
knows
knew
better.
how to plan.
Sorry.
We got the right woman for the right job.
Yeah.
Are we going back to the same place?
I thought we were.
Yeah, or somewhere else.
For 4th of July, right?
We could start exploring. But okay, I'm not trying to be sexist, but I feel like the camping trip was a perfect example of how the world was meant to be a matriarch. Because yes, the men are real strong and helpful, and our husbands are awesome, and they carry stuff and they move things, but they need clear
They carry stuff
direction.
and they move things.
That's exactly how we had them. Like, oh, the hielera, not there. Move it this way. And that,
And they were
that goes
great
up.
at grilling, and it was so awesome, but they do need clear instructions.
They
It's not
do.
a bad thing, you guys. I think it works.
I think we complement each other very well.
We complemented each other very well.
Where do you guys want the ice? Where do you want me to put your chair?
And
Where do
they
we
had
put this chair?
the
What was
brilliant
perfect?
idea of asking.
Yes.
Awesome.
That I think is what made everything the best. All of the husbands were really like listening to what we were trying to
I don't think they wanted a
accomplish.
bad weekend.
And then after everything was done, they got drunk as hell.
They got so drunk on Friday. Oh my
and
god.
nobody bothered them.
No. Even
Except
the
the
neighbors.
camp-
The neighbors were like, "Are you guys didn't party that hard?" And it was Saturday. They're like, "You guys didn't party that hard today." And everybody was like, "No, we're recovering." We took the whole weekend to
But I'm glad
recover.
they did it Friday because they recovered.
Yeah.
Then they were chilled the whole
Right?
day.
Oh.
I walked to the bathrooms and I was like, I can hear their entire. That's
Yes.
how loud they were being. I could hear
hear
their
Yeah.
whole
combo.
conversation.
I just
Crystal
thought
clear.
when Rick got there, he has so much alcohol, and in my mind, I was like, "Oh my god, why
Rick,
are you
my
carrying all this
husband, guys.
alcohol? You're
Yeah,
not gonna."
he's the
He was
bartender.
literally like following everybody around, all the men around, not the women, but
But
he
I was
like,
thinking,
getting
this
everybody
is
drunk.
too much alcohol. No one's gonna drink this.
I
It was
think
all
we
gone.
we went through the whole thing.
I actually was talking crap to him beforehand. I'm like, why do you need a whole fridge? Why do you need like 3
It
crates
was
of alcohol? And
The
we
milk
were
crates,
out.
guys. The milk crates. Just to give
And
you an
this is
idea.
not
The milk
including
crates
beer.
of just bunch of bottles of alcohol.
Oh yeah, no beer. This is
This
just
is
hard
not including
liquor.
beer and
No.
like mixed
Didn't we have, like,
cocktail drinks.
3 hieleras of beer, and
Yeah.
they were full to the.
There were
rim?
like 10 hieleras full of everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
We
awesome.
we even have an electric instant pot in
And
there.
then we still. We did.
For your
So
menudo.
we're warming up the menudo.
We had menudo there, and we had, typical huevitos con salchicha, which was awesome. Waffles. I'm surprised we didn't have crepas.
I was
That
gonna
was
take
last
their
time she
bus,
took
but
their
I
bus,
didn't
yes.
stop to get the.
Our friend Diana said she's gonna teach us how to like actually camp without glamping.
Oh.
I'm
And
scared
I was
for
like,
that.
why?
I don't know if I can
What
do
do they
that.
call that? Dry
I'm getting-
camping?
Yeah, like dry camping with no hookups.
Why would anyone do that?
That's what I'm saying.
I
I have
did.
a house.
I did ask a couple of my friends, or my husband's brother or nieces, somebody. I said, "Oh, you guys should go camping with us." You know, like for what? And I say,
Because it's fun.
"But no." I go, "It's okay to sleep." No, it's not. People don't. Some people they say no. Like there's
Because they
nothing you
think of,
can
like,
convince them to go camping. You
dirt.
cannot.
But it's mostly because like you commit to multiple days to not having other responsibilities. And then we didn't have service, so no one's on the phone, and we're just
That's
like
pretty awesome. I
enjoying each other's
I
company.
completely
That's
disconnected
the
that
beautiful
whole
part of
weekend.
it. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So the videos you guys saw, that was literally just us recording on our phones and we weren't able to post anything. We didn't have service.
There was a little bit if you went far enough, but not enough where
Yeah.
you cared.
Nah, so it was nice
Put
to
the
just...
cell phone away.
Yeah, I think I think I only got my phone to check the time. Maybe on the
Me
first
too, when
day.
I would walk back to my own site, but it's
That was
like-
it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know. Actually, I didn't even charge it. I let it die.
And then all
Let
the
it
kids,
die, let it
they're on the
die.
same team, and they all got to hang out with each other. And
Then they all got
The fact that we get
trouble
along
together.
and they got in trouble together.
They got in trouble together because they all decided to not tell us where they were going, and they went on a hike.
Hey,
Unauthorized hike.
At least, and I gotta give them some credit. They decided as a unit, so they all went. So you know for a
They
fact
didn't
that they
split
were
up.
all gonna. Yeah, that they didn't split. Oh, yeah, they didn't split up.
Allegedly, because we don't know.
Yeah,
what happened.
allegedly. As far as we know, they went out to explore, and then we realized they were gone, and we're like, "Where are the kids?" No, we started asking around. None of the adults knew. We're like, "Oh my
Thankfully,
gosh,
they had a
where are they?"
walkie-talkie, but
Yeah.
we didn't know where they were going.
I'm glad we realized because they were halfway to the waterfall. If they would have made it all the way up there, I don't know.
I would have lost it.
I would have lost it.
Hannah knows how to get up there,
Yeah.
but still, that's
yeah,
a
but
tough
there's
way
hikers up there, and
Yeah.
we don't know them.
Last
Yeah.
time we went, remember there was some crazy guys with the
Oh
one
my
girl?
Gosh, yes.
Guys, don't go camping with people you don't really know.
Or hiking with complete strangers. Like if they're acquaintances, we get it, but take someone that actually cares about
that
you
wouldn't
and a
leave you
buddy.
behind.
Yes, we had an experience. I felt so bad for the girl. She was literally by herself hiking, and the guys that she came with, they like ditched her. And I was like, "Where are your friends?" She's like, "Oh, they're not my friends. Just I know one of the guys." And I'm like, "Why would you put yourself in that
Why are you here?"
situation?"
Yeah.
Where
And it
you're
was getting
basically-
dark too.
Yes.
They did not care about her. They were
No.
like,
Because they were drunk and high probably.
I don't know.
They were
But-
just being crazy. They were picking up heavy rocks and then just throwing them as far as they can.
and imagine like the kids unsupervised encountering people like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
someone
hell
that's
no.
drunk or
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
no.
no.
We don't know who's out there.
We don't.
Basically, yeah.
We don't. And because people can come in. I mean, when you drive up, did you see all the people that were there just to go to the river?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're coming in along a lot of parts
Yeah.
of the river down.
So it's not like they don't
I mean,
just
the
come
creek.
through the campsite. They can
No,
come
no,
from
they-
over there.
Yeah, from all over.
So then, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's
don't
no.
know.
That's
You
like
just never know.
That's too dangerous. I'm
Yeah.
always like,
And they couldn't really
Scared.
wait a little bit longer because we ended up going hiking. What was it, the next day? Or
Exactly.
that same day?
it wasn't
The
even
next
that.
day.
It's like
The
you
next
guys
day.
don't even let us know. We don't even know where you're at.
Exactly.
In the forest.
I mean-
in the forest. in the wilderness.
In the lake, like not.
I'm
it was
acting
a
like
lake, it
it's
was a
like
river.
the Amazonian.
I mean, the good thing is there's no bears there, but there's mountain lions.
But there's mountain lions. I mean,
in the nighttime, somebody
but there's
heard them.
it's rocky as heck. So like, you never know.
It's
they
very-
could have twisted an ankle. They could have.
anything.
Anything could have happened.
Are we being exaggerated, moms? I don't think so.
I'd rather be an exaggerated mom than be like when they're
Than a sorry
they'll be
mom.
fine, and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, no.
We didn't see this coming.
I will see every single angle of the possibilities that could happen. Be like,
Me
no,
too.
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Now I understand why my mom walked me to high school until I was like my junior
Because
year.
you don't know other people.
For me, I would be so embarrassed. Like freshman year, walking to high school with my mom. Sophomore year, junior year, my
You're like,
brother.
"What's behind me, Mom?"
My brother was in the same high school as me. He was an incoming freshman, and he was 6 foot something. So my mom was like, "Okay, walk." She wouldn't walk us all the way. She would walk us to the light, and then we kept walking.
Yeah.
And that's back in the day when she didn't even know the real dangers.
Mm-hmm.
We just we just for safety, but
we're
now
so
we know.
aware of everything.
Now we're so
Yeah.
aware of all how things happen in a second.
I have a lot of friends that are like, we should not have been where we were when we were younger, and now they're more like we are.
And
now.
nobody knew you were there because you lied that you were gonna be somewhere else so they can let you go out. And we were in the. Oh my god! I just think about all that stuff and I'm like, oh.
If you think of now, if your daughters were to do that, or if your sons were to do that, you're like, oh heck no.
Because now I'm aware of all the horrible things that can happen in a second. Mm-hmm. You think it's daylight? Doesn't matter. I've seen they take kids in daylight.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I just had gotten my driver's license, and like people would ask me for rides, and I'm like, okay. So one of my girlfriends was like, and two other friends asked me for a ride, and they were gonna go hang out at the park, at the the Little Mountain Park.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, I didn't know it was like it's a dangerous place to be in the night.
Yeah.
So,
at night.
Well, we went like. It was at night, but I remember it was like it was getting dark. So maybe it was like 6-ish. Like it was getting dark around, like pretty early. So like I take them, and then they leave me, right? And my car dies. So my battery went dead. And I hadn't told my parents where I was going. I was gonna go to my friend's house.
Your mom is finding out right now.
Yes.
She convinced me like, oh, let's go. Like to the park, we're gonna meet some people up. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was older, like I was a senior. I never did anything crazy, but I was like, okay, let's go. So we go, and then I get left behind, and one of the boys, I can't remember if he came back or something like that, but he was like still there. So I had to call my dad. And then when he got there, all he saw was like me and a boy. And he like flipped out. And I was like,
as a parent would, seeing that you're like,
yeah. Now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, that looks shady.
But as a parent, you're always thinking the worst.
Well, because
he was like, you're not getting in the car again.
Yeah.
But I like now that I'm older, I'm like, there's a lot of like dangerous people at that park, and I was stuck there with no battery.
Oh no.
Like.
And even at 18, like I think of my sister. My sister just turned 18 not that long ago. And I'm like, to me, I'm like, she's a baby. Like, I cannot think of her in any dangerous situation. Like, no.
And people don't care. They're gonna come at you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so dangerous.
I listened to a podcast. It's called I Survived. People say all the, and the only reason.
I've seen that as a Netflix show too.
Oh yeah, they have it in A&E. It's an A&E. You people tell the story, but now it's a podcast too. So in there you hear about the reason I like to listen to that is because I know that the people survive because it's called I Survive.
I need to know. Heard from a friend of a friend.
Like I need to know that whoever's telling me the story made it. Because if you're gonna tell me a story that you didn't make it,
they wouldn't be happy ending.
They wouldn't be there.
Thank you. No, but like you see Dayline, when you watch Dayline, they're telling a story and they never find the person. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to know what that. No, I want to know that you survived.
You wanted to resolve at the end.
And I hear a lot of horrible things that happen to people, and some of these things happen in like 79 or 80 or 90. A couple things happened in 2000, in the 2000s. But some of there was these two college kids, and they were like, oh, let's go rent a movie. So it was back before when Blockbuster was still there.
Back in the day.
And we're gonna go rent a movie and get some popcorn. Okay, so they rent a movie. There was a guy sitting on the sidewalk or by their car, and he looked really like a regular normal guy. And so they got in, and when they got out, he was still there. And they're like, hey, you guys are going that way? She's like, yeah. Oh, can you guys give me a ride? It's just 10 blocks. It's just down that way. And I looked at my friend, and everything in my body said, don't do it. But my friend said, okay, sure. So they give him a ride. And then the 10 blocks were up, and goes, okay, is it here? Goes, oh, just a couple more. And then they drove a couple more blocks, and the girls are like, okay, so here it goes.
It was a bunch of girls.
No,
giving
it's
a
just
guy.
2 girls.
He kept saying go further and further.
Go further. And 2 more blocks. And then they finally say, you know what? I'm sorry, we can't go any further. We're going to have to drop you off here. What if I tell you I have a gun? You're going to take me where I say.
Oh.
Long story short, he kills one of them, except the one that's telling the story. Obviously.
The one that survived.
But he did horrible things to her.
Okay, 2 tips, ladies. First of all, a man won't ask a woman for help. So if it's like engine problems, problems,
don't ever get
direction
anyone
problems,
in your car ever. Watch
Hell
it.
no.
Don't no one unless you know them.
It sucks because you want to be helpful and you like feel bad for people, but then you never know who's on the other side. Second,
Doesn't matter the age.
don't go to a second location.
Oh,
Fight
yeah.
it there.
Yes.
Like, I can't remember if you were the one that told me, Anna. Like, it's better to get stabbed there and survive.
Oh no! I tell my kids,
Yeah.
if somebody
Then-
says get in my car, I will kill you. Then kill me now, because I'm not getting in your
Because
car.
you don't know what they're gonna do. Oh, but I hate when men make fun that well, not men, but like it's like this thing.
I'm sure it's men.
Oh, women always watch like crime shows. They love watching murder shows. We're learning how to survive, my man.
Yes.
Because usually the ones that are out there to kill you is men.
Yes, unfortunately,
It's not a gorilla, guys.
It's not a gorilla.
Not a gorilla. It's a man.
But
Or there's also women killers. Too.
there is. But
There is, but usually
I heard a
isn't
story
it the thing that they
de una
usually have a
viejita.
reason?
You
Una
never
viejita.
hear about them because they never.
she
We
had-
never get caught.
Never.
Ah, yes. I heard a story about a
Never.
viejita that had like she was at a bus stop and they like and it was raining. I don't remember where I heard it from, but I just remember the story itself and it kind of stuck with me. It was raining and estaba la viejita like at the bus stop and a girl pulled up and she's like, "Oh, I can give you a ride. Like, where are you going? You know, like it's raining, it's pouring out here. Come inside." So she went in the back seat. And she was like, "Oh, pues aquí, like not far away or whatever." And then she ended up pulling like a knife on her. And the girl was
Yeah,
like,
I mean it could be a woman too,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
age does
And
not
sometimes
matter.
they use children to lure you in.
Yes.
So
Even children, they will use children to lure other children.
yeah.
Wasn't there like this big case on that? Like that they would basically train the kids to get more kids.
It's
and
the
then
one that
kidnap them?
Angelina Jolie remade. Where it's like they would train kids like, oh hey, come on. Like,
Yeah.
and then they'll get them
trick
into
them
the
and
car.
then, yeah.
And then they'll disappear forever.
And that was based on a true story, right?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
so scary.
But that's why I'm always like watching those. I'm like wary. When I learned of Ted Bundy, that's where I learned
Don't go searching for anybody.
a man would ask for another man for help. Like you don't need to be helping with no car troubles. Call AAA, my man.
You have a phone?
You have a phone.
I've been seeing a lot of videos too where they come knock on your door and you open the door because
Oh, when they're like saying
Uh-huh.
that they're being chased or whatever.
or anything like, oh, I have
Yeah.
a package for anything, just don't open the door.
Yeah.
So I've been watching a lot of those. I was like, oh my, I'm always making sure the doors are locked. I'm always making sure. My
Same.
husband, somebody knocks at the door, okay, at 8:30 at night. It was the time
He'll
when it's
open
dark.
it?
He opens the black screen door.
That's your security.
That's the protection one.
No, he opens the regular door and then the guy says hi and he opens the door. Yeah, how can I help you?
Heck no.
I almost murdered him. I was
like-
sweating because
No te mata él, te mato yo.
somebody's dying, bro.
dying is your
It's gonna be one of you two, like not us. I wanted to push him out so I could close the door.
You went out.
I was
risk to
thinking
take,
about
not
my
yours.
kids, not about me.
Exactly.
I was like, I kept like trying to push his foot so I can close the door and lock it, and then when he's ready to come in,
And you don't have this conversation outside?
no, and then
Wait, he opened the door and came outside? Except his foot?
half of his body was in and out. Like
Shoved him out.
I was trying to do that. I was like,
Let me close this door right behind you here.
Honey, you don't need
I
this.
feel bad, but I was protecting my kids.
Oh, yeah.
I would protect them against anybody. So
No,
I
but
was
the
like,
girls,
I couldn't. So then we got into a huge fight because he doesn't understand where I was
What's
coming
the problem?
from.
It's because they don't understand the women's perspective. Like, you're always looking out
alert.
for being hurt. Yes.
He probably thinks I can take this guy. It's
think
not
we're
the guy. It's
exaggerating.
probably they have more guys. They just need one
They just need one.
Yes, to open the door. Then all the ones I seen it.
Yeah.
And then I started showing him the videos, and I said, "This is the video. This is why I tell you."
He needs evidence to be able to support your argument.
Yeah, but he thinks I think their manly thing gets offended because you don't think I can take care of you.
They're constantly under threat. That's why. They don't see it.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they're walking around. They don't think no one's gonna harass them or tell them anything or kidnap them.
We're constantly harassed.
Jesus is pretty tall. You
yeah.
know? So I don't think he's ever had anybody challenge him.
I think even men in general just don't have that mentality of like
they don't feel they're gonna
be hurt,
harassed or anything.
If I was that tall, I would either.
And if men were harassed, they'd probably like it. Like, oh, this is fun. No, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
Oh, really?
By women, you mean?
Yeah, by women.
Okay. Not by other men.
Or by men.
Who knows?
Not everybody. Do you, boo?
No, some men get offended. What are you touching me? I go, nothing's gonna happen if they touch you, bro. Get the hell out of here.
Go.
That's why I got an Alexa, you guys, because then you can see your doorbell. You hook up Alexa to the Ring.
I need to do that.
And we're like, yes. Oh, no, thank you.
I wouldn't even answer.
No need to come out.
I have people knocking because at my house I don't.
We all hide.
I don't have a screen. Yeah, same. I'm at work.
We'll drop to the floor.
I'm gonna put you on hold. Somebody's knocking at my door. I'm like, because I don't
figure
have a
that they think maybe I'm working, so like if I didn't answer you, I'm not coming.
They're very persistent sometimes.
I'm not coming though. I'm not opening the door.
We were out here yesterday, and then it seemed like somebody was knocking at the door, and me. I was like, someone's knocking. I say, are you expecting anyone? Yeah, and she's like, no. I say, nobody visits people, just showed up. Back in the day, people did that.
Yes. But
They
now,
showed
even
up.
then, back in the day, they used to have these like secretary type people that would pre-announce when someone was gonna come to your home. Like they would send little note cards.
What the?
Here in the United States.
What?
Yes.
What world did you live in?
Yes, especially like
wanna
novel
live in
people,
that
like people with money and stuff like that.
Rich people.
No, they all had like some degree of it, but
My tia just showed up.
the people with like more.
¿Qué están haciendo?
I'm talking like back like industrial age.
Oh, okay.
People would send little
Telegrams?
cards ahead of time, letting you know, like with their
Letters.
servants, letting them know you're coming.
Oh,
So
that's why we don't know about this.
It was like rude to show up with no people.
Like a text message? Hey, I'm coming.
But nowadays.
But in writing?
You would text me if you weren't gonna come.
That's what I told me.
Yeah, we would not. Yeah, we wouldn't show. Just show. Is it just our culture has changed to where we just don't go somewhere unannounced?
Well, we're the second generation, but the first generation, my mom doesn't call people. Take me to your tias. Take me here. We're gonna go say hi.
And you're like,
I'm like, why? Do they know we're coming?
Are they home?
Yeah,
are they home first? Second, I feel like you need enough of a heads up in case your house is a mess. And sometimes I'm not in the mood
to cater to people or be social. Yes. Like this was my time to
took
rest.
My bra off and I don't want to put it back on. Okay?
Maybe I'm just walking around with just a shirt. I don't know. Why?
You need to text.
This is my time. I'm doing nothing.
A reservation.
I paid mortgage
a week ahead of time.
I'm enjoying my place.
Yeah, but now people don't do that anymore.
No, it's very rare.
No, I hide. I'm like,
I'm not home.
I'm the wall and the wall is me.
You're like this.
Ding.
It's like freeze tag.
We had to teach.
They can't see you.
Gigi's my youngest one, but when she was little, where she would just go and open the door.
Oh, you don't have a screen door.
No,
I hate that. I need
We're
some
not
kind
allowed
of.
to.
I know, but I feel like you need it. Not because it's a bad area, it's you just need it.
I have a little peephole.
Just because it's not a bad area doesn't mean it's bad people.
And I have a sunflower, like a metal sunflower that covers the peephole. So from the outside, you can't look in. But
wait a minute, they can look in?
No. So the sunflower is on my side of the door.
No, I'm saying like a regular peephole, they can look in?
Yes, girl.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
You could.
I go, so when I'm downstairs, I'll look and then be like, nah, I'm not opening this.
Well, they'd have to be like literally in there to like see, you know?
I didn't know they could see me back.
And even then.
Is your mom at the door? You're like, nah, I'm not getting that.
And your mom's like,
and then my front room, because it's pretty empty, it echoes, right? So I have to like back up really quietly.
You hear the floor.
What was it, Pink Panther moments?
And the floor's sticky.
And you're like, shoot. I think they heard me. Or you scurry away.
No, I shut up because my next to my door I have a big window. It's like a double window, but it's usually closed.
But you have curtains.
No. I have the
blinds?
The blinds.
Okay.
But they're usually closed.
That'd be so
And
funny.
one time they were
They
like,
start moving closer.
no, they were like, they were open enough where you could see from outside, and I didn't realize that, right?
Maria's over there like,
Thankfully, it was
And they can see
I
right
see
through.
you.
it was like one of those that come in. They're like, oh, do you need gardening repairs and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, right? So I always ignore those. But I was downstairs and I looked and I was like backing up, and then the guy's like,
The blinds and shit.
yes, se acerca a la ventana y echa ojo, and I was like, and so I was like, damn it. So I act like I'm walking forward instead of back.
I would
And
have
I'm
just
like,
kept
yes.
pretending like I don't see you.
You're like,
don't see me.
hey, wait, you were like, yes.
I should have gone and closed the blinds and continued to back up.
What was he gonna do? Nothing.
Nothing.
But they would go a lot to my house. I was like, I think this is the time to confront them. So I was like, okay, fine. Yes. No, I don't want your services.
No, the Jehovah Witnesses, they would always get my husband. I'm like, get your ass in your.
And your
I will
husband
come
likes
out.
to talk. They
Yes,
open a
I will
whole
come out.
philosophical
No, ahorita no,
conversation.
gracias, adios, bye.
My
Don't be
cuñado was
opening
like
the
that. He
door.
will talk to them. He will be out there.
Why?
Insane. You
Yeah.
guys, we have a delivery.
Hey. Thank you,
Coach,
baby,
thanks
thank
for getting it for us.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Oh my
Instructions were-
god.
Oh, there's instructions?
This is Maria's.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
This is dulce de leche.
You guys,
Yes.
this is Coach's introduction to our podcast.
And this is
Yeah.
my babes.
Ooh.
This is
Yay.
like the little one if you guys want to try that.
Yes. Oh, with the cute heart straw.
Thank
I
you.
love the cute heart straws.
Thanks,
you.
Coach.
See you guys in a bit.
Wait, where does it
Okay,
look
wait,
like a
before you
heart?
guys try them. We
Oh,
made
it
a
is a heart.
It's a
special
heart.
order
We're gonna.
from Yvette's Cafecitos.
Yes.
We should well, on the video we'll post her information so you guys can. follow her.
Yes. We'll post her info. Actually, don't taste it yet. Okay, let's take a little break, and then we're gonna come back and taste
Yay.
them.
Okay, cool.
We're so excited. I just wanted to make sure it was recording.
Oh wait, she covers the thing.
Yeah, so because it travels.
is.
It is. Okay, let's keep going. You don't.
Yeah, let's keep going.
You'll just cut that part out.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is so good.
Okay, welcome back,
The
guys.
little
We're getting ready to try our Yvette's Cafecitos. Thank you for the special.
I love the
delivery.
straw. It's a heart.
It's so hard. I think the first time I ordered from
It
her,
says
I was
handmade
like,
with
why
love.
does my straw feel funny? Like it feels weird.
Okay,
And then I looked at it. It's a heart.
I saved cups and hearts, so I had that straw for
do you
like.
guys want to know something? This is the first time I tried her coffee.
No way.
Shut up. She makes
First
the
time.
best coffee.
Really?
Yeah, but you know I don't need sugar, so I don't really get them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot
No,
to
but
order it
but
special.
it's
But
okay.
for Erica, we will.
For yeah.
Thank you, Erica and Yvette's Cafecitos. You guys can follow her on Instagram. She does like online orders.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, I ordered us mazapan. Mine has oat milk.
This is so good. Oh my
You want
god.
to try mine? Mine's dulce de leche.
And hers is dulce de leche.
That way you can try.
Have you tried the mazapan one?
Oh yeah, I had it last time. It was so good.
Listen to the best sound ever, guys. Ah, yes.
Mm.
It's bomb, huh?
Oh, see, that's why people get hooked on sugar because they're so good.
And I swore off sugar like this weekend. Well, it's not the weekend.
We'll
over
start
yet.
Monday. We'll start
I'll start
Monday.
Monday. I mean,
It doesn't count when it happens during the podcast.
okay. Guys, I lost 10 pounds in like 6 months. And I
Oh,
think I gained it back in
congrats.
2 weeks.
Dude, I hate how it takes so long to lose them, but no, so much time to get them back.
I know.
Mmm.
I can taste the
It
mazapan.
has a little chunks of mazapan. It's so good.
Oh, you got mazapan too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but with oat milk. Let me move this.
Okay.
Oh, she gave us the egg, the
It's a bit of coffee to try. I think he said
to make it stronger.
Oh.
I'm gonna pour it in right now. Ooh, guys, now I have like 3 drinks on the table. This is how I usually study. I'll have like 5 drinks on the table.
This is so good. I like the mazapan one because you get like little pieces of mazapan in it.
Yeah,
And I love
it's crunchy.
mazapan.
Oh, I do want to taste yours.
Go for it.
We're on a tasting test. Which one's this one again?
That one's dulce de leche.
Do you mind if I?
No, go for it. You can get a lot of the caramel.
Yes. Okay, Now it's time for a cafecito chats. I always make up segments.
New segment, guys.
Today's cafecito chat, I wanted to talk about a topic that I've been hearing a lot on TikTok.
Ooh.
Finally, we're going to go back to our soccer topic section.
Yes.
Sessions, because we...
Back to our origins.
We chit-chat a lot. And one of the controversial things that I've always hear about is whether parents should
stay in their lane.
be so close to the kids when they're practicing, or if they should kind of let them be in their own space and not like helicoptering them.
Yeah.
And every club has like different protocols for this. In our current club, you can be on the field, but you have to be in a designated area. So you can't sit like right next to your kids' team's practice. There's like there's basketball courts are next to the soccer fields, and then you can sit in the basketball courts. I've had other clubs where you can't be in the actual soccer field. You can't get off.
You can't.
And then we've had others where it's perfectly fine to like be within the fields. And the question is, what is the best way? What is the best thing for the kiddos? For the players? This is controversial, I think.
It is. And because you can look at both sides of it. Like, as a parent, I totally understand when you want to be, like, as much involved as you can at their practice. Because I've been the parent, but I'm also I've been both sides of it, where I'm the coach and I'm like, I kind of don't. With you being there, like, I kind of can't really teach the child or direct the child, because now the child's more focused on you as the parent than as focused on the coach and making sure that they're doing their drills appropriately. So I've been on both sides. At least to me, it's like, as a parent, I'm gonna want to try to follow the rules as much as I want to be in the practice and cheer my child on and be like, hey, like, you're doing good, like, keep practicing, because I don't want my child to give up. But at the same time, like, I have to understand that there are going to be rules, and those rules are placed there for a reason. It's not just because they don't want me there, you know?
Yeah.
They don't like me.
Or because anything...
It's like, no.
Anything shady is happening is just...
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not in agreement with the drop-off policies where they just want you to drop them off and you can't be there at all. Because I've had clubs like that.
That's scary.
But because of safety, right? We just got done talking about all the scary things that can happen. But, like, I feel like if you're in the vicinity, I don't think that it's necessary for you to be right next to your kid the whole time. No. I'll give you guys an example of what I think this. Jump in anytime. We just left Anna out of the conversation.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
She was brainstorming.
Sorry.
She's going to blow us away right now.
I had a kiddo who, one of my younger players... And I guess this is from the coaching perspective, because I've been like in the parenting shoes too, and it's like, I get it. You want to be there, you want to record every moment, you want to be available if they need support. But I've had kids who, they're in their practice, and then they'll do a drill, and when the parent is so close to the practice line,
they got hit.
No, they'll like stop and check to see if they have the approval of the parent, and kind of disregard where they'll complete their exercise, look for the parent, and they're like distracted now because they're looking for the parent's approval or feedback at that point. And you're, as a coach, you're like come on, hurry up. Do it again.
Doing it. We're doing it.
Yes. Or you're giving instruction like constructive of how to do it better, and then the parents, they're either contradicting. Of course, like, there's parents that are amazing and they're like wanting to support what the coach is asking, but there's also where they're directly affecting or contradicting the coach. And when you take your kids to a coach, you are trusting that they're going to try to make the best decisions for the team, and you contradicting them during practice now impacts like how they actually perform. And so I think it's a distraction.
It is.
From my point of view.
I think if the parent wants to, because there's some parents you can't stop them from screaming. They're gonna do it.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe talk to them and say, look, we understand. But if you hear the coach tell your kid move up and they're not moving up, you can say, hey, move up. You just say the same thing he said.
Yeah.
But don't
But
say
during
the opposite.
practice, I think
oh,
it's
practice, no,
distracting.
practice they shouldn't be.
I'm really, really for, and our club does this, is the designated area. Because I do think you should be close enough. Like, I'm not for the just dropping off, because this is a contact sport. So you do have to be close enough that if a medical emergency occurs, that you're available. Like, that's where your role as a parent is.
Comes in.
And sometimes I feel like parent personalities can clash with coaching personalities, and that's interruptive to the practice as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a service. I don't know.
It's a disservice, if anything.
I think so, but I also do understand
Where you want to
wanting to be close and wanting to be able to advocate
for your child.
for your child at all times. But I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
It's
I wish
tough.
we had a parent kind of on the other end. I think when you have, like, you're the coach and the parent, you understand a little bit better from the perspective.
You do understand both perspectives, but yeah, I think we should get just straight a parent to come onto the show and just kind of give us their feedback on like what they think, because they're not getting that coach perspective that we are.
Yeah.
And you get the both parent perspective and coach in a way, because you understand from the coach's perspective. But I think it would be important for us to also get just a parent that doesn't have the coach perspective and see what their views are and like how they see it.
Yeah, I think a lot of
bias, I guess. In a way.
Yeah, I think we do have like a certain set perspective, because when you volunteer, that's what kind of happens. You start to understand why. So I guess the only advice I could give is that, like, parents really, if you are able to and you have the time, that you volunteer and like start to understand some of the reasoning behind policies.
There's a switch, like a mindset switch, when a parent starts to volunteer. They start understanding the other side, and they're just like, oh, now I see why the coach does this, or now I see why these are the rules, or there's just it's a little bit different. But yeah, as a parent, I would encourage all parents to volunteer, see if there's anything that they can do to help out the coach. Same with the coach, talk to the parents, see if there's anything that maybe the parents can contribute at home, because sometimes practice isn't enough. I know that we practice 2 times a week. I let my parents know, at least the ones that I coach for goalie, 2 times a week is not enough. The 2-3 hours I get with your children are not enough for them to be as great as I feel like they can be. More practice is better. Like, I will send you videos if you'd like. The kids can practice at home. And if they have siblings, literally that's even double practice, because now you have not only the goalie training, but also maybe a forward or a middle or a defense training against them, and that's perfect,
Yeah.
But yeah,
They all have phones now, all these kids. They
can watch videos on YouTube. There's clips. There's literally thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube. If they're gonna be on their phone, might as well. Especially when it comes to soccer.
Something.
Yeah, when it comes to soccer, like if you're trying to be the best forward ever, look at all the clips of all the forwards for all teams, not just one. All teams, because you can definitely pick up tips and tricks from other teams that maybe your team doesn't, especially if you're a diehard fan for your specific team. Like there's other teammates from other teams or whatever that might have maybe something different or do something different, and you're like, oh, okay, now
Even
I see.
one-on-one drills, like where you, like solo drills that you can work on by yourself, and you don't need a whole team to do it.
Yeah.
I think like one thing that's been coming up a lot, girl, your phone's gonna give me a migraine. Anna's phone is shining. I'm like
seizure real quick.
I'm gonna get a seizure. One thing that's been coming up a lot, and I'm not sure if this is more on the teenage side. So to our listeners, we would love to hear from the parent perspective, not only on being available, like being on the field during practice time, but also I've been getting my teenagers don't necessarily want parent instruction as much. Like they get nervous. They get nervous around it, or they feel like they're failing because they did something wrong while you're watching, and that's getting them anxious.
I was talking to Hannah about that yesterday because every time she comes out of the game, she comes out with an attitude like she's mad because she did bad, she did good, whatever. And I said, look, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not saying anything. I don't say any comments. I don't do anything. And when you come out of the game, I stay away. But you find me. You find me, and then you make faces, and you want me to say something. And when I say something, it's the wrong thing. If I say, oh, Hannah, I think you did great. No, I didn't. Don't say that. And if I say you did bad, you're going to be like, Mom, why are you saying that? Yeah. So I don't know what to say. I'm not saying anything anymore.
I'm trying to too, but my daughter también, she's like, I don't want you to watch me. I don't want you to give me instructions. I don't want like feedback during the game. And I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't watch. I didn't give any instructions. Well, at least not loud enough for where she couldn't hear them. And after she was like, she was feeling bad, and I was like, it's okay. Like, you had a bad game. It's fine. Like, we'll talk about it later. I didn't want to say anything in that moment because she told me not to. But then she's like, no, but just tell me. No, but just tell me. No, but just tell me. And I'm like, you said not to tell you. So I'm like,
you gotta remind them. And then I took from our last episode, I completely took that to heart too. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Like, I should like let her play her game, and then afterwards let her cool down from it, see how she's feeling about it, and if she wants to talk about it, we'll talk about it. So that's what we've been doing, and I feel like it's been a really good change lately.
It is.
Yeah.
I think I've been more conscious about it too since we've been talking about it.
Me too. That's why I stopped saying anything. But now she looks for me. She stands in front of me, and I'm like,
win.
Because she expects it.
Yes, and
she expects it, and you're changing that, and she's like,
you're changing your strategy. She's like, what is happening?
What's going on?
I told her yesterday, I said, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm staying away, so I'm gonna do that. I go, I need you to get out of the game when you come out, and then you take your time. You go sit down, deal with whatever you're dealing with that you think you did great or not, whatever, and then you come and talk to me. I'm always gonna be available.
Because sometimes they're like running on adrenaline, and then they're feeling a certain type of way, and then once they cool down, their kind of perspective changes because they're calmed down.
Like,
and so it's not worth it to engage them right away.
Yeah.
Because then we just end up in an argument, or not even an argument, but just like, well, I tried my best, and you're like, I know, but that's not your best. Like, let's work on it. Like,
I feel like with the little ones, I hear all the parents saying things to the little ones, and the little ones don't know how to express themselves and tell you, shut up, I don't want to hear it. But the teenagers, they're sure can tell us.
The teenagers will tell you everything they wanted to tell you as a child, because now they can advocate for themselves.
I'm trying to be really good about because I'm not coaching the little ones anymore. Richard took over. Because Richard has him and an assistant coach for them.
Okay.
So I'm going back to doing what I am better at doing, which is just the administrative part. But I'll volunteer in other capacities or when coaches are missing. But I'm trying to be better about not giving direction or pressure. Because my youngest daughter, she doesn't like want to play. Like when she's there, she plays, but it's like not what she wants to be doing. And when I was like pressuring, it's like you make them want to quit, and I don't want her to quit.
And when you don't, then they're like, they're all into it. SP's been really into the game lately. Like,
my daughter too.
Like, how did I do? And like when we're walking back, and I was like, you did really awesome. Good. I was like, I wish you were this aggressive with the girls your own age. And she's just like, well, I mean, like, they're so much bigger than me right now.
She took on a high schooler.
Yeah. Okay. And she's like, they're so much bigger, Mom. Like, and I'm like, I understand it's like kind of like, they're much bigger, but the girls your age are much bigger than you sometimes. Like, you know, because she's so skinny and so like tiny, and I'm like,
I honestly don't feel that I get my kids nervous because I don't say anything. I never even scream, nothing. But I feel like my husband does, because that, so.
But it's hard because he's their coach.
I know, but I was like, because I think Hannah and Mia, they're kind of yesterday he was like a little too mad, and in halftime, he was, you weren't there, but he was screaming there. And you can do better and stop doing this. And Hannah and Mia, they shut down because they're embarrassed. They don't want, they're not embarrassed that he's screaming. They're just embarrassed that
they aren't doing what they're supposed to
No,
be
that
doing,
the
or
other
what?
kids are gonna talk about their dad.
Oh.
And I said,
did not
it's
do that
okay.
today.
And I said, it's okay they talk about him. Because they can say, oh, he was
wasn't the
screaming
coach
too
today,
much.
So he was
No.
like in
Yes,
he was in
said
soccer mom mode.
He was like incognito. He's like, today I'm fuera de lugar
in
with
soccer
you
mom.
guys, and I was like, and afterwards the girls came out and they were just kind of like, oh, we could have done this and this, and I was like, that's good. I'm like, you guys are setting the bar up higher, and he really didn't have much feedback to give him. He's just kind of like, okay.
And I said, it's okay if kids say something because he's a coach. He's not your dad right there.
Yeah.
If they say, oh, he was screaming. Oh, why is coach so mad? You say, oh, because maybe we're not doing what we're supposed to. Let's
Because
just,
he's coach.
so anything, whatever. Now, if they say something like they don't like him personally. Oh, your dad is fat. Oh, he's this. Then that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
You could take that
which is
offensive.
not the case. It's just because he gets impassioned
Yeah,
about
but
it.
I feel like he needs to talk to all of them and say, look, I know I'm the coach and you guys are going to have a bad comment about me. Maybe I'm too hard that day. Maybe I screamed too hard. And it's okay to express your feelings. My daughters are not going to take it to the heart. It's fine.
Yeah.
If I'm it's okay. Like Hannah wants to defend him so that I know Mia. I saw Mia's face. She was like, "Oh, they're gonna talk about that and they're gonna say he was too loud and some of them are gonna cry." I'm like, "Don't worry about your dad. He's
they
fine."
want to protect him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
instead of, I mean, from the outside, it could look like, I didn't notice them doing this, but I'm just saying from the outside, it might look like they're crying because, or they're feeling bad because of what they're being told, but instead it's
No.
because they're worried about how it's gonna
Yeah.
get reflected on everybody else.
Like they think he's gonna make the girls cry and the girls are gonna get upset at her dad and they're not gonna like the team anymore. Like, no.
Oh, they don't want to lose their team.
I'm like, you guys are crazy. He's just a coach there,
Yeah.
and it's okay if
He's a grown-up.
Nobody's
He can
gonna.
handle it.
If the girls say, "Oh, he was yelling at us," yeah, well, there's nothing we can do. Don't worry about it. You're not his. You don't take care of. You're not responsible for him.
I think it's so underrated how when that age group, particularly like between 10 and 13, how when your parents a coach, it is hard on them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like parents and players need to have a little more grace, because on the one hand they're like, oh, it's the coach's daughter, they can do whatever they want. But
No,
they're
coach
the
is
ones
harder.
they're setting up. They're getting there earlier than everybody.
Except
they're
Gigi.
setting up.
Except Gigi.
Gigi's a diva.
Gigi does what Gigi won't.
And then when they're yelled at, it's difficult for them to get, like giving instruction is difficult for them to separate when it's the parent and when it's your dad talking and when it's your coach talking.
Yeah.
Because my daughter and my husband clashed a lot during the time that he was the main coach, for that same reason.
Yeah.
And I feel like the bar is so much higher
It is.
than everybody else except for Gigi.
With the exception
With the
of the
exception of
baby
Gigi.
and baby Gigi.
So we were like, so it's difficult.
It is. And I do have the perspective of being the coach's daughter, and it is so extremely hard because not only do you have to make sure that you're always on task, but also you have to perform at a higher level than everybody else, because at the same time it's like if not, then I mean, you're the coach's daughter. Why aren't you good?
And the coaches too, they ask the coach, the dad that is a coach, he also feels like I have to be tougher on my kids so they don't
Yes.
see I'm giving them preference.
Yes.
So they
That's
even,
such a hard. They're always tougher on the daughters
Yep.
because or the sons, because they're like,
I don't want to show any favoritism
Yeah.
because that's my
And that's
Yeah.
hard.
which is like, we're humans. It's
so
impossible not to have some kind of biased, either negative or positive. But
I mean, think about
You have
our
to be
kids are
understanding.
teenagers. They're embarrassed of us going into class and, Mom, you're not funny. Stop. My friends are gonna. So
I'm
it's the same
hilarious.
thing with my husband. They think like, oh, you're not funny, Dad. Oh, Mom, Dad thinks he's funny, but he's not funny. Tell him to stop saying those jokes. He's not funny. And I'm like, Jesus, you're not funny. Please stop.
You do that? I know. I just go along with it. Like, really?
today
I
he
think
said
it's
something.
hilarious.
Your husband said something funny while he was being a soccer mom.
Did you record that? Because I've never heard him say
I
something
don't know what
funny.
the joke was, but I laughed
Oh,
naturally.
shoot. What did
Naturally.
he say?
Okay, that's-
He said something.
He was on a soccer mom role.
He did a dad joke though. He did a dad joke. It was definitely
He's
a dad
really
joke.
bad at
He
that.
was really a mamás fuera de lugar.
Yes, and we were like, "Oh, that was funny." It was witty.
And I said, I'm gonna tell Anna you were funny today.
Yeah, because we can't recall what the joke was.
He's never
It was-
funny.
just know that at the moment in time, I remember how I felt, and I was like, "He's witty." That was funny. That was funny. That was smart. That was good. And we're all like, oh my God.
I can't remember what it was, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Let's, that's such an interesting topic, the coaching, because I have found through my experience as being only a parent and then like also volunteering and coaching that there's one thing that I've come around and understood is that you don't have to personally like your coach. Like have found that there are coaches that are really effective that maybe don't mesh well with your personal personality, and as long as the coach is not being like inappropriate,
then it's fine.
Then like, you know, that's okay. And sometimes it's part of their personality. Like I feel like Richard, my husband, gets a lot of credit because he's not an outward expresser, like yeller. Like if the game's not going right, he's not the coach that's gonna be like, come on, or what are you doing? That it's just
he's
not
just
within.
like,
it's not that he's a better coach. It's just not within the realm of his personality. Where if I'm coaching and we're coaching the same team, I'm like, move over this way, like move over that way. We gotta get to those.
Yeah.
But that's within my personality. You know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes he gets like a credit as being like this like cool and collective coach.
But that's just how he is.
And it's just part of his personality. So one thing I've learned, because after having a lot of coaches, is exactly that. You cannot change a person's like personality, a coach's personality. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of find a way to work with that because it's difficult. You're never gonna have a perfect coach. No. Well, I've never had a perfect coach, or have had my kids be on a perfect coach's team.
You just have to understand, as a player, it has to come from within. You have to work on yourself. Whether or not the coach is a good coach or a bad coach in your eyes,
you're going to play for people that you don't mesh well.
Yeah, you're going to play.
At different points of your life.
Even in the professional levels, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. And I've seen that a lot, where if the coach is not a good mix, the team is doing horrible because they just don't like the coach. Yeah. And then they switch out the coach and all of a sudden they're good now? No, they were always good. They were just not meshing well with the coach. There wasn't a good chemistry there, and they were taking that to heart to where they were playing at their best.
Some players will sabotage the coach because they don't like him. Like, oh, you want me to play? I'm not going to do it.
I mean, that happens even with superstars.
Professional.
Yeah, professional. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Professionals. So
and the thing, here's the thing. I think that there's an importance from the parent perspective to separate if what you are criticizing is personality or tactical or like actually do you disagree with the decision making or do you just not like him? Because I think that's, or her, because I mean I'm not everyone's favorite.
I've had both where I don't like my coach sometimes, but regardless of if I like the coach or not.
But you're like, oh, he pushes me or blah 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 blah, or sometimes
I just
don't.
go for the game. I just go for the game. Yeah. At the end, I think that's a mindset.
And
that
you have to.
There's also shady coaches out there.
You have to get that. You have to get that to the players, because when they go to high school, what if you don't like the coach? You're gonna make the school change the coach, or you want your kid to adapt to the game.
That's adaptability and resiliency is so important, I think.
It's the only way. You don't survive by being the strongest. You survive by adapting to the situation. Yeah. If you learn how to do that, then that's good, because and even in high school, you can have a coach and halfway the season maybe something happened to him or he gets fired, he has to go somewhere, then you get a new coach. What are you going to do? Oh, I can't play anymore because my coach is not here.
Yeah. No.
You got to teach your kids. It's not at the coach. It's what you're learning. Yeah, some coaches are going to be nice and sweet and they don't scream and they kind of tell you like, oh, we're going to do this. And for some reason that works. Yeah. And some are going to scream and that works too. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. But if you're teaching your kid to play like oh, the coach yelled at me too loud, or the coach didn't put me in, or the coach didn't he was making us run too much, or the coach is this. I mean, I tell my kids, the coach really, if the coach is telling you run, maybe you should run. Maybe there's a reason why he told you to run. I don't know. And it's their dad, and I still say you have to do that. I don't understand.
And also going back, touching base on, okay, what if the coach didn't put me in? Okay, the time he did put you in, did you make an impact? as a player.
If you got 5 minutes,
you make sure that you make
those 5
that
minutes
impact
worth it.
so that the coach is next time is gonna be like, hey, I only put him for 5 minutes and they did awesome. Maybe I should put him in for more time.
yeah.
I was
You
watching
gotta
the
make every
game.
minute count.
I was watching the game that America, the one where America lost. We're still crying. With
Let's
LAFC.
blame the coach.
No, so they were
Blame the
playing,
team.
and they went on overtime, or was it overtime? I think it was overtime.
Extra time?
time. They, yeah, they did, and it was like 3 minutes left of the overtime. The other team had already scored. The bad team had already scored.
Was it Lugar?
No, it was this one with the LAFC.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
I'm just being funny, but LAFC, we like LAFC. But so
We like Angel City. I don't even know who that is.
LAFC is like the male version of Angel.
I know.
Do you know what soccer is? So anyway, do you think it's your hands?
How do you play that?
So
Men play
anyway,
soccer?
I think so. So they it's like 3 minutes of the overtime left. They're already winning.
That's so
Once
much
you
time.
win on overtime, it's whoever scores, that's it. They don't have to go to the next. So anyways, it was like 3 minutes left, and they get two guys out and put two new subs.
Mm-hmm.
And the two, they're only gonna play 3 minutes.
Hey.
And they were so excited, and they were like, they were
That's
running.
your time to shine.
Yeah.
That's your
3
time to
minutes.
shine.
3 minutes.
Why do you think the coach? What's the statement? You gotta let the coach play what he does.
Next time, I'll be like, he could work under pressure.
And I bet you in those 3 minutes, did they score?
I don't know if
Or
they
did they
did.
play really good?
They played really good because you know what? The other ones were already so tired. And sometimes I feel like as a coach, because I feel that as a parent too.
Yeah.
We're not winning, but we're very tight. Like I feel like if I move one player right now, it's gonna mess up the whole thing. And that's why they don't put the person in. Like, okay, as soon as we get a break and I see that this is not working, or if I see if I can see a better thing happening, and I know the two players you think the coach doesn't know the players are waiting? Then he knows. But sometimes it's the way that things are.
Yeah.
Or even if they're losing, you don't want to get them out and be like, I'm getting you out because you're doing really bad. No, like I'm gonna put you in just give me a minute.
Yeah. And for the players to be there with the coach, so the coach knows where they're at. Like, if you're getting a change and you're just gonna go off somewhere, and the coach is like, "Where's the player?"
Here's my thing: if you're only getting 5 minutes or you're barely getting time, the solution is not.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Don't show up.
Or don't show up. Yeah.
The solution is be there.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're gonna have a moment to shine. Now, is there shitty coaches that don't make good decisions?
Yeah.
Absolutely, at every level.
Yeah.
At every level.
Or is there good coaches that make a mistake?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I've had games with our littles where my husband took over. Oh, I already said that. My husband's Richard. And he made a terrible decision. Like, I was like, what
are you doing?
And this is because I also know the players, I know where they're at. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, he switched the goalie like way early. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. But here's the thing. In that moment, I'm a parent.
Yeah.
It is not my job, nor within like what's respectful to go be like, why did you do that? Like, are you serious? Like, da-da-da-da-da. When the game was over, I was like, hey, can you help me understand? Why are you doing that? Like, and he was like, no, I messed up. And he straight out was like, the kids were kind of on the bigger side. I wasn't sure where to put everybody. Like, I messed up. That was like a coaching mistake.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, okay, so you guys do understand. They do know when they mess up.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't even fight with him. All right, fair.
You're
And back out. I was ready to fight.
You were like getting what?
Yeah.
And
this is someone that I'm comfortable talking crap to, you know?
All right, you're good. You're good.
I would even less do it with somebody that's not my husband.
No, like yesterday, I did talk to my husband because he was a little much, and I said, "Look, this is the team. I mean, I think you're a little extra, but this is your usual style. But I think I see where the girls are coming from. So let's ask the girls why, because I saw that after you scream at them, Hannah and Mia were trying to like." They were kind of like, oh my God, Dad, stop. Because they were embarrassed. But we need to explain, it's not your thing to worry what I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's okay if Chloe or any of the other girls or whoever wants to say, oh, the coach was mean today. It's okay. It's her feeling. She has to be able to
Those
say
are
it.
valid.
And
Those
it's
are
not your
valid.
responsibility to say,
protect
oh, my daddy did, no.
No.
That's my dad. Don't be talking about him. Like,
And I feel like it's a responsibility of that parent, whoever, if there is an issue, to address it with him.
him.
And not with the children.
Uh-huh.
Because they're players on the team just like everybody else. But I think,
And I
think that's
honestly
why. And honestly, one thing that I found hard to do, which I hope that like our listeners out there who are in situations where maybe they're clashing with the coaches or assistant coaches or whoever's on staff, is that we have bad days too. Like I have found days where I'm personally not in an okay state, and when someone comes to me like with a certain complaint or criticism, I take it in a way that maybe I shouldn't in the moment, and then it makes you react a certain way, or you're not in a good mood and a player makes a mistake and you you overreact or something like that. And it's like we're just people with our own things going on, and sometimes like we mess up. Like
Sometimes the coach is not having a good day.
Yeah.
Or the parent
you
is not
haven't
having
slept.
a
or
good
the
day.
parent. Yeah, or the
or
parent.
the parents are having and the coaching side too. It's like you have to understand that parents are just protecting their children, and they're also only wanting the best for their kids. So it's not,
And their concern is
personal.
valid. And you always
Their
have
concern
to.
is valid.
You always
Absolutely.
have to. What do you call that? You have to always
Which is
validate
hard.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's hard to swallow that pill, because I like to think, well, I'm doing the best that I can. Like, this isn't my full-time job. Like, blah, 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 blah. And you have to kind of accept the parent is just trying to do right by their child, and it's not a personal attack, or at least it shouldn't be taken, even if it is, because they're just trying to advocate for their children. And maybe you did have a bad day, and maybe you did react badly or not in the best way that you could have, and it's okay to recognize that. And it's not a reflection on are you a bad coach or a bad person. It's just like, dude,
Things happen.
we're all people.
Yeah.
I feel like communication is so important, important, because there's so many
So
misunderstandings.
many misunderstandings can happen.
That I don't
Absolutely.
think I did anything wrong, so why should you get offended? No, that's not. You have to communicate.
Which is like surprisingly for adults just as hard as it is for children.
So difficult.
And you're getting your feelings, and
Like, if you as an adult are getting your feelings hurt, or that you're just taking things some type of way, what do you think your child is?
It's like I know
Sometimes
some.
our kids repeat what we say.
Yeah.
Or what we do, or how we
or
act.
they carry the
or
sentiment.
feeling. Yes.
Yeah, they carry the sentiment along with them.
I know somebody. I don't want to say any names. She's wearing a black shirt right here. She reads right here.
We're wearing the same thing.
She
She has a hurt. She has a hurt.
her name is Maria.
Just talking about you.
Maria. She reads the text message in whatever context she wants. Somebody says, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna be late." I'm sorry, I'm gonna be late. What?
Have you seen that meme when they're like, do you even want me to come over? And
Oh
they're
my
like,
god, yes! I love it.
do you even want me to come over?
Yeah, whatever. Either way,
Exclamation point.
And there's like not even there's like
one of them is like, oh, like nothing. The other one's so fierce, and then they meet up, and then they're both like, oh, hey, you're here. let's
Nobody
go.
was fighting.
Nobody was fighting.
but they had individual fights.
But you read the
Or
message
like-
a
All
different
caps?
way. If this happens like this, can you imagine? I might
In
be sending
person?
the wrong message.
Oh.
I have a phase where I could send the wrong message to people.
I have had gotten this feedback before that when I'm busy, I answer super short. Like, I'll be like, yes. Oh, LOL. Okay. Like, or
Are you mad
do you
at me?
want something to do? And I'll be
It's
like,
so
oh, yes. Or I'll be
stupid.
like, yes, I did. Period.
It's so
And they'll be like,
stupid. Do you know how we always put LOL and everything so people know? Read it in this context.
Yes.
Like that we're
but
laughing. We're having. a
I
good
always
time.
assumed that people, like, I didn't think I needed that. So one time my sister asked me something, I put, yes, I did, period. And then she called me. She's
Are
like,
you
are you
okay?
mad? Are
'Cause you
you
put
okay?
period,
And
and
I
you
was
put
like,
short.
what? She's like, because you just put, yes, I did. And I was like, because I did.
I don't see what I did wrong.
Do you need further explanation? And then she's like, oh, I just thought you were mad. And I was like, oh shit. And she's like, it's because you were just.
You normally reply long, and when
I
you
do.
don't, and it's like, oh.
If I feel like I need to give a big explanation, I do. Like I'm like okay with writing a paragraph, but sometimes I'm busy and I'll just be like,
Hey,
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes you know something about somebody? Like I'm not going to say I'm very good at that, but I am, because if I can joke around things and not be offensive, and some people, they can't do that. They can't.
They're too heavy on it.
Yeah, they don't know the punchline. Like you can say it. Like if I know something about you and everybody knows about it and we're all make fun of it, like I can make fun of it. But
you also know what things are not to bring up.
And if my husband says he tries to be funny, and I'm like, oh my God, don't go there. What the hell's wrong with you?
I already know him, so now I'm like, okay.
No, yeah. When people know him, yeah. But when they don't know him, they're like, what is wrong with this? Is he being funny? Because that's not funny. I'm like, that was not funny,
and Richard
bro.
cusses like when it's like kids he's close to, he loves, he'll be like, ay, ¿por qué? And like making fun. And sometimes I feel bad because he does that to Adrian, and I'm like to her.
Oh, sometimes I feel bad with Adrian. They're too much.
So mean.
Just know, Laura is just our parents. Like we come. I'm the nicest one in that family household. me and Adrian. Because Adrian, no, but a veces se pasa, Adrian. A veces se pasa.
No, they're heavy on Adrian.
Sí se pasa,
Ricky,
pero
and
no.
Emmy.
Because he sí se pasa, but he also takes a lot.
Yeah.
Because lo agarra uno y lo deja el otro y luego el otro, and he's just like,
I feel like there's a lot of kids that will cry.
Yeah, but he has tough skin.
Yeah.
He has tough skin. We all
I
do.
think he does.
No,
We have to have
I'm gonna
tough
tell you
skin.
who
He
has
knows I
tough
love
skin.
him though.
Yeah. I
Because
think that's what it is.
my husband would never go out of his way to be like, ¿qué estás haciendo? If he didn't care about you.
Too. Like, I feel like he's very emotionally intellectual when it comes to that. Like, he can kind of read vibes too.
Separate. It's not in a bad way.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you know who has a tough
Sometimes
skin?
he doesn't,
Like, really
though.
tough. Like,
Oh.
man, you have a tough skin. Like, Christian.
Oh, Laura.
No.
They always make fun of him. He just didn't understand.
O no entendió.
Oh, no entendió.
O se le, o he has, because, bro, they're making fun of him. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Laura is.
He even laughs. I go,
Christian
stop
is,
laughing. This is
her
about you.
sister's husband.
He's my cuñado. And I told him from the get-go, I'm like, bro, just know, when you meet the family, we're all gonna clown on you. Like, if we clown on you, that's because we like you.
The whole team clowns on him.
Because they like him.
I can't stand people who can't get along like that though.
But he sometimes does get really annoying. And he knows that. And he will
When he
pick at it.
farted next to me,
Bro, we went to his house and
he was farting. We were camping and we were playing a board
made
game.
him nervous.
And he's like, here comes the fart. I'm like, oh, he's kidding. I'm over here moving my things. And I go, what the hell? You did fart, you nasty. Oh, I was so mad. It was so strong.
his farts are
And he was
killer.
laughing. Yes, they are.
Yeah, we were at her house and we were just
And they're
on the
silent.
couch watching
I didn't hear it.
the Mormon Wives show, and he's like, "Oh, I farted, bro. You gotta open a window." Like,
No,
you're
we
gonna
were
kill
out in
us.
the world. There's no windows anymore. Like,
No, we were enclosed. We were
Was
enclosed.
he next to you?
Yes.
She's just.
And then he's like,
I thought it was a joke. I was like, no, this is a joke.
When I get nervous, I fart. And I thought it was kidding.
Because he didn't even move.
He
Like,
was
I was
not
he's
kidding.
like, yeah, it was me. I farted. I said, no, right now you did. He goes, yeah, right now I did. I farted. I was like, what the
And he's
fuck?
so serious about it.
He was like so nonchalant. Like, yeah.
And he did it twice. I almost
And
murdered
Laura's
him.
like, what the heck? And
I
he's
almost
like,
murdered him.
Sorry.
But then I
I'm
remember he has a
nervous.
child. I was like,
He
I
has a
can't do
child
that.
to live
You
for.
can't leave the child.
I can't
We
do that
can't
to
leave
her.
Laura widowed.
Father. Mm-mm.
Damn it, you live. You live one more day.
We'll allow it.
Hey, I have to give him credit though. He actually got us to like him because
He's very likable.
When we send him to do
previous-
things, because he's the only dad in the parent committee,
Uh-huh.
we're like, "Hey, Christian, go do this." He's like, "Okay."
Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do
Oh
it.
no, he's very.
You've earned your
I
spot.
think he's very likable. Don't get me wrong, because one thing is you can bully someone the way they bully him, but he's very likable.
I feel like the men wouldn't call it bullying.
They just call it because they like
Hazy?
him.
Is that-
Every day? All the time?
As soon as decían, ¿qué? Oh, ya llegó el pinche Cristian, ey, güey, ¿qué estás haciendo? Esto es para
I actually-
hombres. I'm like, what the?
And he's
Like,
like,
right
oh,
I actually thought he felt special because he gets a lot of attention when he's around.
Yeah, probably.
I wonder how his parents will feel if they ever witness how.
I don't think his parents would like it very much.
No.
No, I don't.
Don't
think
watch
so.
this, Christian's parents.
Don't watch this. Christian's parents.
We're not talking about. We're talking
It's a
about different
one.
Christian.
That's married to
They'll be
the-
like, see, Laura.
person.
They said on the show.
His
It's not me. It's
his
a
name is
different
Christian.
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 Christina. We're gonna do a Rosa de Guadalupe. How it was about Cristian Nodal and they changed it to Tristian.
I thought they changed it to Christian Nopal. No?
No, it was Tristian.
Oh, Ferencen, I have something to tell you guys. We're going to take a little pause, but I looked up panini.
Ooh, juicy panini stuff. Okay. All right, you want me to check it?
Mamás fuera de lugar, get your chisme ears on.
Yes.
Yes.
We're talking.
I don't like that mine doesn't light up because then I don't know if it's working or not.
Is my mic on?
Put the mic on. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go.
Mamás. Fuera de
Fuera de
lugar.
lugar.